Hi guys, I'm back for another review of The 100, Season 7, Episode 14. I guess we get to see the aftermath of Clark's decision with killing Bellamy, which I'm still not happy with, but I'm just gonna have to accept it. There's also another character death in this episode, but yeah. I'm just gonna talk about the rest of this Bellamy situation, because I think like they kind of just handled it like at the very beginning to make us accept what happened with Bellamy, which just kind of gives me like Last of Us 2 vibes. So if you haven't played The Last of Us 2, then now I'm gonna make some comparisons to what they decide to do in the 100, like in this episode. But yeah, so just letting you know. So yeah, spoilers if you haven't played The Last of Us 2. Obviously, when I review every episode, like it's always gonna be spoilers. So yeah. So yeah, with the Bellamy situation, they tried to make us like forgive Clark with what she did and stuff. She didn't really have a choice if you think about it, but they still found out. Like it's not like when she shot Bellamy. Like this is like the biggest problem, the biggest mistake. When she shot Bellamy, it's not like she got the notepad because they still found out anyway. So she basically killed him for nothing. Maybe they could have found a way to get him back. I'm not sure. I kind of wish things went where I don't know. Bellamy came back with Clark since we find out that Earth is actually still around, which is I was like, what? How's Earth still around? But we'll talk about that later, which is like a big reveal. But yeah, I just hate like what they did with Bellamy, like making him look like a bad guy and stuff, and then when Clark goes back to Earth, like Octavia and Echo just forgive her because it wasn't really Bellamy at that point. But I didn't want my favorite character for 4 seasons, should I say 4, 5? Yeah, 5 seasons to get just a bad ending like that for his character. Unless you want to say that he died in the episode where they made us think he was dead. Basically, that episode, like that's when the Bellamy, as we know, died. Then, and then this new Bellamy was a completely different Bellamy. That's what I'm trying to say. And then they tried to ice over it by Echo and Octavia forgiving Clark. Like that. That just instantly made me it just reminded me of what they did with Last of Us 2, where when Abby kills Joel and then they tried to make us forgive her and feel sorry for her, but I just couldn't do it. Trying to make us feel sorry for the person who killed Joel, like an important character from the first game. It's kind of like if just think of your favorite game and then like the villain kills your favorite character and they tried to make you understand why that happened. Even though it's kind of different with the 100. Clark is the main character, but damn, some of her choices recently, and she didn't even get the notepad, and they still found out anyway. So she basically killed Bellamy for nothing, because she didn't even get the notepad because they still found out about Maddie, which I've already said. Yep. But yeah, just trying to make us just move on from what happened. So we still like what they're doing. Like I just couldn't do it. Probably people who are not big fans of Bellamy are like, oh yeah, we'll just move on now. But if you love a character and then they just get treated so badly in the end, I'm sorry, but I just can't accept that, and that kind of ruins the ending for me. Even if I don't even know how things are gonna go with how this episode ends, because Maddie. Oh wait, I'd just rather go through the whole episode of what happens instead of just saying what happens at the end anyway. But yeah, just final thoughts with the Bellamy situation, because I don't know if this is like the last time they're gonna address it in this episode. Because basically, we see Octavia and Echo, which we also find out Echo's real name, and it just sucks that she never told Bellamy, but she was trying to become a better person first before she revealed it to him. And when she had, I don't know, when she was close to being ready to reveal it to him, like all the stuff with Bellamy happened, and now he's dead. But yeah, her real name's Ash. Echo's name's Ash, which was cool to find out. She was talking to like one of the older characters as well. She was drunk and stuff. But yeah, just I don't know. But basically, I'm just not happy with how they ended stuff with Bellamy. It's kind of same. It's kind of like with Game of Thrones with spoiler. Daenerys becoming a villain, and one of the main characters having to kill her. It's kind of the same. Is it exactly the same if you think about it? But Daenerys, like, she killed a lot of innocent people before that happened. Yeah, and imagine her being actually getting the throne at the end. Jeez, it'd be worse than. Could you say it'd be worse than Cersei having the throne? Because Daenerys has dragons, but I'm talking about Game of Thrones. But yeah, I understand that Clark had to do that, but since she didn't even get the notepad, to me it was kind of like she didn't really have to shoot Bellamy. They could have went in a way where maybe she just leaves Bellamy. I don't know, because they still find out. So it just I hate when writings just gets really messy at the end. I know it was a bit awkward anyway, since the actor was away for a lot of the season, and they could have like built it up better. And then with The Last of Us 2, like they had 8 years to make a sequel, and they could have wrote it much better. Leading up to Joel's death, because I had a friend of mine like kind of proper explained what they was trying to do with The Last of Us 2 story, but the execution just wasn't there, and it kind of I just can't forgive with what they did and how they decided to execute it. But I just don't want to talk about Last of Us 2 much anymore, so. But I'm just using that as an example for what they've done right now in the show with Bellamy, because there is some similarities, even with Game of Thrones as well. Which I don't. This is gonna be another show which might not end that great. I just don't know. If it can still have a decent ending, but an ending that I'll love, probably not. And that's probably like the first show from my, I don't know if I should say my childhood, more like teenage years, that I wasn't fully happy with the ending. I still haven't seen Agents of Shield's ending, so we'll just see how that goes as well. Because I'm probably gonna rewatch the whole show of like we watched season 1 so far. I just don't know if I'd review the whole show. Yeah, I think I might just watch it and then review it in the future or something. Maybe do it that way. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, it just looks like Bellamy's gone now. Oh yeah, Indra was there for Octavia. She was like doing this thing. I don't know if it was like a prayer or something. And then like Indra says, "Did you learn that from Lincoln?" And then she says, and then Octavia says like, "You're not my only teacher," but then she says she was the best, which in my opinion is true. Yeah, because like, would I even know what I should say? Like all the things that Octavia learned, like it's from Indra mostly. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. But yeah, she was there for when she was grieving for her brother once again. She didn't really get to proper grieve before though, when she first thought he were dead. But in a way, that's kind of the actual time he died, because this wasn't the same Bellamy, I guess. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to move on now. Just see how this show ends right now, because I just want to talk about the rest of the episode, what happens, because things get a bit crazy near the end. But yeah, the shepherd basically sends someone to go get Maddie, since they retreated in the portal and they ended up back on Earth, which was a big surprise. That Earth is still still standing, because was it like. So yeah, sorry about that. My screen just went off. But yeah, it was a big surprise that Earth is still there, because at the end of season 5, like I thought Earth was done. So that's kind of confusing in a way. But whatever. Yeah, they basically end back in that place where Octavia was, when she was Blood Rainer, and she was kind of having memories of that as well, while also thinking about Bellamy. So yeah, mixed with those two emotions, like what she did when she was Blood Rainer, and then her brother's recent death. Like that's a lot to go through right now for a character. But she's a strong woman, and I think she'll be able to get through it. But yeah, with Bellamy. But even though there's also another character who dies in this episode, trying to protect Maddie as well, which is Gabriel on the left. Yeah. Well, we already know Gabriel. He basically protects her from. Oh yeah, I didn't say like the person who they send back. So they basically. So the shepherd basically sends back. Oh god. Shahida, yeah. So instead of killing him, well, he had the choice of either ascending or die. So if he didn't obey, like he's gonna die. But yeah, he basically gets sent to go like in the anomaly to go get him. To go back to the place where they retreated, because they're like in the shelter right now or something, or basically the place that it was, because they spawned in the pit, but it's basically the same place where there was in season 5 when the Blood Rain was going on. Yeah, and I think there's like two of them three of them, because Octavia and oh yeah, I forgot about Gaia. Like we got to see Gaia again, which I was like, where the hell is Gaia for like a lot of this season, other than Bellamy? Like I was thinking, like, what happened to Gaia? Was it because the actor? I mean, the actress is also on Sabrina, so I'm not sure like if that's one of the reasons why she was gone for a bit, because she was filming the last season of Sabrina, because Sabrina's ending. Yeah, because I know that because she's on Sabrina as well, and that show's ending. So I don't know if that's one of the reasons why she wasn't in the show as well. Because I wasn't just thinking about Bellamy, I was thinking about the Gaia actress as well. Like, where's she been? But Sabrina's ending, so that came into mind. Yeah, probably filming the last season, but she's back for the ending now. So yeah, it was good to see her again. Maddie was even happy to see her, which is cool. And of course, Indra. It is her daughter after all. And she also got to say that she's proud of Gaia, even though she didn't really get to be a warrior, but she's still done good things for Clark's group and stuff. So yeah, she is proud of her. But yeah, like, so yeah, Octavia, Gaia, and Indra basically see the anomaly appear, but it looks like no one comes out, but it's actually Shahida, since he has one of those outfits from the Shepherd that make him invisible. So his mission is to get Maddie, but he has the option to kill her as well if she doesn't comply. But that that Shahida just wants her dead. Yeah, he's not messing around. So he's just basically following everyone. But Octavia, man, when Octavia was supposed to warn everyone what's going on, she didn't really say like there's someone who's here that might actually listening to him. Like I don't even know if Octavia even said that, because when someone eventually tells them where Maddie is, that's when he traps them. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of Octavia's fault for not telling them properly, like that someone might be listening to him. So if they get the information that they need, yeah. Because Hope is the one who basically reveals it, which she was in the place where Gabriel was, when they was playing the piano, and after Maddie had an argument with Clark, which Maddie found out that what she did to Bellamy, and that it was for her, and knowing that she has to live with it, like she wasn't really happy about that, and also she wasn't really happy about leaving the place that she was in, since she was making friends there, which I've seen, yeah, but she wasn't really safe there, so I guess in a way Clark made the right call, but Maddie's not really happy about it. But yeah, she goes over to Gabriel, who's playing the piano, and she actually gets to learn a bit from Gabriel before the sneak attack when Shahida stabs him. And man, he takes several stabs before he goes down while protecting Maddie. But then, like, they eventually go to him. Oh yeah, but then before we talk about his death scene, Maddie basically retreats back to where Shahida came into, where Octavia's not even there. Like she's with the other group. but they get locked up, right? Once Shahida finds out from Hope, because I guess Hope feels guilty that her mother's not here. And when she's dancing with Monty's song, like he kind of understands that, and they kind of, bond and stuff, whatever. I'm just like whatever with that. But yeah, I do understand that because both Monty, like, he feels guilty that he's here because like basically his parents gave up their life so he can be there. And it's the same with Hope, with what her mum did. The yours there. So yeah, they kind of both bond with that, and I just wonder if they're gonna get together by the end. Even though there's a couple that we'll never get to see together, only in real life. Belloc. Lol. But to tell you the truth, I actually wanted that to happen. But oh well. That's kind of the only cliche thing I actually wanted to happen, though. Yeah. Instead of what they decided to do. But oh well. But yeah, Maddie retreats back to where, Shahida came into. So Indra and Gaia are still there because there was guarding. And then, like, he kind of takes off his camouflage at that point. And to tell you the truth, he should have kept the camouflage on. He would have had more of an advantage. So I don't understand why he didn't keep it on. Because Like is going to have a chance to fight both Gaia and Indra, who, even though Shahida's beat Indra before, like, fighting two people, because Indra is really skilled. She's a really skilled warrior, but fighting the daughter as well, like, you didn't really have a chance, but it was a cool fight though. But he loses, and then he stabs himself to disappear, which takes him back to where there was before. And it gets to a point where when they go back to see they go to free the others, and then that's when Maddie sees Gabriel dying, which is a sad moment. But hey, I'm not sure if I'm missing something. Because Hope's crying for him, right? Like, she's the one who's actually crying for him. Because, yeah, everyone's sad, of course, but then after that, like, oh wait, I am missing one more thing, but it would just be a little thing I mentioned, about Murphy. And his thoughts on what happened to Bellamy while he's talking to his girlfriend. But yeah, so yeah, once after Gabriel passes, like, Maddie runs away, and she also gets a knife from Indra, which she wasn't expecting that. And she basically, because I was thinking she was going to do a move like this, especially since I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and if you guys have watched the show and like the stuff that happens with Dawn in season 5, then I kind of got those vibes. Because, like, all these people are dying around her. Like, there's so many bad things happening. It's kind of the same with Dawn, with what was happening in Buffy in season 5. So I was thinking, like, well, I'm not even going to talk about Buffy right now because I'm going to do a full series review of Buffy. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, Maddie at that point was just gonna, I wonder if she was actually planning to kill herself. Like, I wonder if she knew that she was actually gonna disappear and go back to the place that she was before. And man, did Bellamy actually die for no reason? I just can't stop thinking that, man. Because they basically get what they want. Because Maddie stabs herself and she disappears like Shahida. And then they have like one more surprise for him, where they drop a bomb, and then the place gets blown up. And we don't even know who's still alive at that point. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm about to end the video, but I guess I'll just say that little thing about Murphy. Because when he mentions Murphy about, on the arc with, him and Echo, or was it something like that? Kind of remembers that, damn, Bellamy's not here. So that's something he's also, accepting right now. Yeah, it sucks that Bellamy's gone, really. I just wish his character could have got a better ending, but yeah. it's kind of funny that there's a part of me that still thinks he's still alive, but he's gone. He was a great character. He became my favorite after, after everything that happened to Jasper in season 2. What changed his character, like from season 3 to now. Bellamy was my favorite. Yeah. And I guess you could say, like, what I've already said like 2 times now in this review. He basically died back in the, was it mid-season finale or something? Remember the moment when, he disappeared and stuff? Like, that's when he actually died. Yeah. It just sucks how things ended for his character, but I always remember him for how awesome he was for those previous seasons. Even though, like, his character kind of started off a bit bad with him siding with, well, not a bit bad. Well, not in season 2, it was like season 3. That's when, that's probably the only time I was like, oh man, should I be liking Bellamy right now? Since he was like doing stuff with Pike. Which Pike, is the most hated character, and there's some of the things he did with him. But yeah, for the most part, he's been a great character. A great hero of the series, and I still wish, even though, some people just think like, really? That Belloq was a thing. But we'll never get that now. But oh well, Bellamy, your fight is over. And I guess I'll see you when I rewatch the whole show again. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.